Buildings and noise, it doesn't get any better. On weekends, we lived on a farm, with rolling fields, ancient trees, wildflowers, and wild berries everywhere. We had 50 cows, 30 chickens, 10 sheep, 3 donkeys, and a pig. This was as close to paradise as it gets. I had all this and professional fulfillment, too. Despite my constant worries, I was a senior partner at McKinsey & Company, doing what I wanted to do, helping Fortune 500 clients transform and grow. There were times when I was madly in love with what I did. There were times when I dreamed of retiring. But for the most part, and despite frequent doses of anxiety, I was, as my beloved firm says, a partner in good standing. I was being useful, contributing, still engaged, still having fun most days. So what was wrong with me anyway? I thought about it, and it came down to this. I felt invisible. I was passing through life as an observer and had felt that way for a long, long time. So it should not have been a real surprise that I turned 50 without fireworks. It hadn't always been this way. When I was a young woman, fresh out of school with 2 liberal arts degrees, I returned to New York as an independent spirit, ready to take on any challenge. My resume then included waitress, usher, administrative assistant, and movie production gopher. I took a job in retail, in management training, actually, and ran head-on into turbulence. Daily, my bosses called me on the carpet for 1,000 mistakes, some real, some not. And I can honestly say I still don't understand why. That was a big lesson for me. If someone doesn't want you to succeed, there are infinite ways to let you know, slowly erasing your self-worth. So I became a young woman with unpredictable nosebleeds, in fear of my next mistake, too intimidated to quit. I finally applied to business school, more as a way out of where I was than to find a way forward. Not an auspicious start. At Harvard Business School, I did well, finding the problem-solving fascinating, so much so that I returned to New York to do some more of it as work. Pretty quickly, I became a young woman going somewhere, working extra hard, because I still feared the bosses who would find 1,000 mistakes, who might call me in to announce that the biggest one was when they hired me. Even at 50, I was waiting for that call. Funny how, when you lose a lot of weight, it can take years for your self-image to catch up. Likewise, after 20-odd years of valued consulting and plenty of recognition, my self-image had barely budged. So, during that spring of my 51st year, I waited and worked, fearing the call but hoping for some magic to appear that would transform me into the senior leader I wanted to be. And who was that? She was as calm and strong as a rock, as popular as Elvis, and as wise as a sage. The senior leader with supreme confidence, standing on a foundation of achievement, well-connected and content. Most of all, I wanted to be the leader who could look in the mirror and know that she had helped make a difference in the world. Where was she? Was she somewhere inside or nowhere to be found? That's what I still wanted to learn. What I did know, and what I told my husband during that morning walk, was that waiting even one more year to find out would be a bad decision. I had to find what propelled and sustained the few women who made it to the very top. I wanted to document what it was that had made them successful in work and in life. It would be an archive of conversations with women leaders. I wanted to archive their happiness. I couldn't wait any longer, and I couldn't wait to get started. As David and I walked and talked, he took my idea of an archive and made it big. That's why I love him. He dares to imagine, and there is no box that can contain him.